The following program contains violence, disturbing imagery, nudity, and, oh my God, why are you even watching this? Just run away. This shit is going to give you nightmares.
Recorded live at the Jerrad Show studios in Tampa, Florida. It's another episode of the Jerrad Show. And now, here's your host, Jerrad Suarez.
That's right, back again for another episode of the Jerrad Show. Tonight is Monday, February 12th. And I am back, folks. You know what's not back, though? A pop filter. That would be nice. It's a piece of equipment that I need to get for the studios. I have not. Music sounds a little bit loud. Pipe that down just a little bit. Go. Hello, folks. Back again for another episode of The Jerrad Show. I'm your host, Jerrad Suarez. Let's get right into it. As you may have noticed, I missed a couple of shows over the past couple of weeks. It's been a while since I've recorded a podcast. I believe the last time I actually recorded a podcast, we can look it up. I think it was a week ago. I know I didn't do one at all last week. I don't think I did. I don't know. Let's just go on to JerradShow.com. That's where, you can listen to all the episodes of Jerrad Show. And, yeah, it doesn't look like there was a show. There's no date. Great. Okay, that doesn't help. Let's go to the Spreaker page. How about that? Still nothing. Okay, 12 days ago. 12 days ago, I did a podcast, and it was horrible. It was almost 2 weeks ago, and I was completely sick. I had been sick for maybe a week or so, maybe a little bit over a week, and I thought that I was better, and I was not better. It was just the Dayquil that was coursing through my veins, keeping me alive, and I started the podcast, and I wanted to explain what was going on, why I had missed so many podcasts, blah, blah, blah. And it was terrible. The medicine stopped it stopped working. It wore off mid-podcast, and I just started feeling terrible. My sinuses started just flaring up really bad. I am better now. I feel a lot better now. The time off really, really helped out. I didn't do a podcast, like I said, at all last week. And then before that, the week before that, I only did a podcast on Wednesday. So I've missed a lot of things. I haven't talked about a lot of things. There's a lot of things have been going on, and I haven't been able to talk about them here on the show. I guess I can start off with the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was it was all right. It was actually a great game, I have to say. What I did see of the game, and what I heard of the game, which we'll talk about what I did for the Super Bowl here in a second. What I did see of the game and what I heard of the game was really good. It was interesting. It was entertaining. It was football, and that was that. So what I did for the man, I'm gonna get angry here. So if you like the rant and rage podcast, this might turn into one. I'm gonna try to keep together here, folks. Okay, so the day started out pretty nice. It was a little bit of a cloudy day. Looked like it could rain later on. And I went over to the supermarket and picked up some things for a private little Super Bowl party for my girlfriend and I at the house. And picked up some chicken wings, a head of broccoli, some cauliflower, some things like that. And I cut everything up, and I was going to grill the wings, but instead of grilling the wings, because it was at that point when I went to go actually make the food, it was too rainy outside. It was very wet, damp. It was moist out, and I decided to go ahead and bake the wings, which is the first time that I'd baked wings. They turned out fantastic, crispy skin. Even better, I think, than grilling them. I liked the flavor of the baked wings and the crispiness on the skins. It was delicious. And, I made the little vegetable plate, and I had some buffalo chicken dip and some sweet tea. You gotta have the sweet tea. That was delicious. And, I made all this stuff and go to turn on the game to start watching the pregame. And, excuse me. NBC in my area, I guess, is not available on PlayStation View, which is the cable service that I use. I use PlayStation's cable service because it was a good deal. They gave me a good deal in the beginning, and it's still cheaper than what I would pay for like regular cable. And I get all the great channels. I get a whole bunch of really great channels, and some channels that aren't even on regular, cable. So I do like it, but the problem is that I didn't have a fucking... Oh, man, I didn't have access to the Super Bowl, the one game, and like they're promoting the Super Bowl. PlayStation View is promoting it on the homepage of the PlayStation, and I'm like, I can't even tune in. So I tune in to the NFL Network, and they've got a radio broadcast of it. So of the Super Bowl that I did get to watch at my house, it was of a radio broadcast. It was a simulcast of a fucking radio broadcast. So, I mean, at least they had, like, visuals of, like, the ball's on this line, it's moving this way, the points and the timer and all that stuff was on there. So about right before halftime, we finish up the wings, and we're done with the chicken dip and the vegetables. So we decide... I say, all right, let's go over to your parents' house and watch the halftime show over there, at least, instead of just sitting here, because I was like, we're not going to be able to watch the damn halftime show. I mean, this is ridiculous. It's the one thing that, I like to watch every year about the Super Bowl. I mean, I could say that I watch it for the commercials, but it's really just the halftime show, which is, the best part. They haven't been so good these past couple of years, but that's okay. This year's was decent. It wasn't terrible. It could have been more exciting, but I guess after the last performance by Justin Timberlake, they didn't want to go with exciting. Just go with good performance. So it was a good performance. We went over there to the in-laws' house, and it was nice. It was, I got to watch the game on the big screen, the end of the second quarter, and a little bit of the... No, I think we just stayed there just for the halftime show. Maybe watched a commercial or two afterwards, and then headed out. I finished watching the game on the radio broadcast back here at the studio, and that was it. I just, I was pretty upset that we couldn't watch the damn Super Bowl, all because of PlayStation View. And, then my anger was it was grown again. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. My anger was reinstated when I couldn't watch the Olympics, the opening ceremony. What's going on here? I'm being taken over by aliens, I feel like. Anyways, I couldn't watch the Winter Olympics opening ceremony. Can't get that out. Anyways, I couldn't do that either. So it was pretty infuriating. I'm pretty mad at PlayStation View for not allowing me to... I mean, I pay a good amount of money every month to enjoy cable services from them, and they don't allow me to watch the most important football game of the entire year, possibly one of pop culture's biggest moments of the year, the Super Bowl. And now the Winter Olympics are on, and I can't watch figure skating. I can watch some things. Actually, I have I bet I can just pull it up right here. PlayStation View, right here on the old MacBook. And see what's going on here. Oh, they're going to make me, look, I got a CAPTCHA. They're going to send me two-step verification is great. But when your phone's downstairs and your studio is upstairs, that's kind of a pain in the ass to have to do that. I don't feel like running down there and getting that right now just to see what's on. So yeah, let me get this out of the way. And so that's my gripe about PlayStation View. Besides that, we got a lot of big plans in store for the Jerrad Show. We're coming up on the 100th episode, which I wanted to do it live, and I wanted to do it at a venue, a location. See, you can tell that I haven't spoke on a microphone in a while. I'm getting clogged up in my throat. Keep having to drink water. That is nice, clean, cool water. We've got a lot of big things in store, but the 100th episode is not going to be as big as I'd like it to be. I might still do it live in some capacity. Maybe I'll have a guest on. I had big hopes and big dreams for the 100th episode of the Jerrad Show, and those were pretty much squashed because this whole flu thing really killed me. But if you're interested in come seeing a live episode of the Jerrad Show for the 100th episode, it's going to be like 10 episodes. So what? It's going to be like next Friday if everything goes right. What is that? It's a helicopter outside or something. Well, I didn't mean come over right now to the studio, but anyways, if you are interested, hit me up on Twitter at Jerrad Show. And if you want to go to come into the studio, and be, you don't have to be on the show. You could just participate in the show. I don't know what I'm really thinking of doing. Maybe doing a couple of games or something along the lines of the games that we have been doing here on the Jerrad Show. I've always wanted to do a group taste test with like maybe 10, 15 people on a podcast where I either make something or go buy something or find something that's crazy to eat and, have everybody try it out. I mean, we tried a lot of really cool stuff last year on the podcast when I had the show with Frank Moody. It was the Jerrad Show with co-host Frank Moody. We tried a lot of really cool stuff. Tuna, Japanese candies, Australian cookies. I mean, we tried a lot of stuff, and they're all up there still. If you want to go to JerradShow.com, check it out. We got a lot of big things in store for the Jerrad Show this year. First out of the big things, I guess I should have started the show with this information, but the Jerrad Show now officially has a sponsor. It's a company called Fresh Late Prints. If you go to Instagram, you can just type in at Fresh Late Prints. I'm going to go ahead and do a Google search and see what comes up from Fresh Light Prints. Okay, yeah, if you just Google it, it comes up with a Society 6 link. Fresh Prints, that's not it, but that's a funny name, Fresh Prints. Fresh Light Prints. That's the name of it. I'm not seeing anything but the Society 6, so let's click on that and see what that is. Okay, looks like at the Society 6, looks like you can get pillows, big prints, mugs, cell phone cases, framed prints, tote bags, coffee mugs, all kinds of stuff like that. But where you want to go for the actual prints is the Instagram. It's at Fresh Light Prints. Let's look that up. Fresh Light Prints Instagram. There we go. I feel like such an old man when I look on Instagram because I don't use it. I mean I have one, but I don't use it. Here we go. Fresh Light Prints on Instagram. What is this? Okay, yeah, this is it. There's a lot of ads on here, which is weird. And I don't see any links to the website. There's one, but it's not clickable. Okay, all right. Let's go to Etsy.com. That's where you can get all your handmade things. And you're going to go /shop/Freshlight Prints. And the reason why I'm doing this and why I'm pulling this up is because I think that you're gonna hear what some of these. Yeah, it's not. That doesn't work either. Freshlight Prints does not work. All right. Well, one thing that I can say right now is that the company Freshlight Prints really needs to figure out how to make it easier for people to find them, because as of right now, I'm having a hard time doing this. Okay, let's go to their Facebook page, and that is facebook.com/freshlightprints. No spaces or anything. It's just facebook.com/freshlightprints. And let's see. Okay, now there's a link that works on the Facebook. So go to facebook.com/freshlightprints. Damn, why is the name so hard? Freshlight Prints. Freshlight Prints. Say that like 5 times fast, right? Okay. So right now there are some things that are for sale. Looks like 20% off in some instances here. Looks like $4.25 for one card. $15 for a mix and match. $5, 5-card set. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's look at this. This is the reason why I wanted to get involved with this company, is because the things on these cards they're hilarious. I mean, first off, it's beautiful artwork, but the sayings that are on the cards are ridiculous. Like this one, it's an anti-Valentine. It says it's got a bunch of hearts, and they go from pink to red to like a purplish color as they go down the page. And in the middle of the page of the card, it says "I tolerate you" instead of "I love you." This one says "I love you like Kanye loves himself." This one says "I love you like a back alley hooker loves crack." So these are like sarcastic kind of things. This one says this has hearts going up the side, all cute, all pretty, like little hearts going up from small, and they get bigger as they go up the side of the card, and it just says "You're okay." I think that's funny as shit, and I really wanted to get involved with this company. So right now, if you go to the Etsy, which is etsy.com/shop/freshlightprint, there's no S on the end of the Etsy shop. If you go on there right now and you purchase anything on there and you live in the United States and you use the code Jerrad Show 18, you will get free shipping. That's right. You won't have to pay any shipping on your order. So that's Jerrad Show 18. And there's a little one right here. It says, let's look at this one. This looks kind of funny. What does it say? I can't see it in this picture. It says, "Life is not a fairy tale. If you lose a shoe at midnight, you're drunk." That's pretty good, right? You can get it as a greeting card or an art print. The prices on these things: single card option comes as a 5x7 greeting card with an envelope, $4.25. A card set, you can get 5 cards of the same thing. So if you really like this and you want, you got some friends that all came to your bachelorette party and you want to give them a funny card like that, it's $15 and you get 5 cards, and they all come with envelopes. And then to have a 5x7 print, it's only $5, and for an 8x10 print, it's $8. And these are really funny. I think I've seen a couple of them framed. They look really good when they're framed. The artwork is beautiful. It's it mostly looks like flowers and plants is mainly what the motif is. But like I said, there's ones with hearts on them, for Valentine's Day, and these work well for Valentine's and everything. But guess what? Mother's Day is coming up too, and Mom likes funny cards, so go down to the old Etsy shop, and oh look, there's some really cool pictures down here at the bottom. Go over to the Etsy shop, buy something, use the code Jerrad Show 18, get some free shipping, get it over to your place within 3 to 5 business days for free on me. And thank you to the people over at Freshlight Prints for sponsoring the show. Let's move on. And let's see. There were a lot of trailers that came out recently that I would have talked about them if I would have had the show going, and I didn't talk about any of them because I wasn't doing the show. I was sick. I don't really want to get in to the sickness, like how things were going. I mean, it just sucked the entire time. There's not really much to talk about. If you really want to hear that, you can go to JerradShow.com and listen to the episode that I did while I was right in the middle of having the flu. And then the Dayquil wore off. In the middle of it, I started feeling terrible. Let me take another sip of water, damn it. That's nice. Okay, so let's talk about some trailers. First off, the Venom trailer came out. And I understand that there's a lot of people out there. The reaction to the trailer, it was a good trailer. I thought it really made it look like a dark action movie kind of thing going on. And the problem with the entire thing is that the community is going crazy because they didn't show Venom. They did the whole trailer and Venom was not shown at all, which I think was smart. It was a good idea. Movie trailers nowadays, they'll kill you for anything. If you do show them the character, they're like, oh, it's just a bunch of shots of the guy, and that's boring. Who wants to see the guy? And if you don't show him, they're like, oh, why didn't you even show us what he looks like? I mean, this is the first. It's a teaser trailer. I mean, it's not even a real trailer yet. And I mean, people are getting upset at that. I personally liked it. I thought it was good. Tom Hardy I think he's going to be a great Eddie Brock, and it's going to be cool to see like a kind of a darker Spider-Man movie. I don't think Spider-Man's going to be in it, but I don't care really. I just want to see what the symbiote does. Hopefully this opens the door for a Carnage movie. I mean, if you asked me in 1994 what my favorite comic book hero or villain was, it would definitely be Carnage. Carnage was the most badass character. He was like a serial killer that the symbiote got onto him and it merged with him and it went crazy. It was such a cool idea, and I even loved it when I was a kid, just because I knew being a serial killer, he was so bad. It was awesome. Also his costume or the way he looked was awesome. He was like all red. He was like a red Venom. It was awesome. I loved it. It was so cool. And I hope that's what happens here with this Venom movie, is that it opens the door for a Carnage movie, which would be awesome, because then it could be Venom versus Carnage. But we'll see. We'll have to see. Am I glad that they didn't show Venom? No, I would have liked to see even just like a glimpse of him. But instead they showed this weird artistic thing with his eyes, like the symbol of Venom, I guess. His eyes and his face. It looks like his face, but it's, he's black with the white, paint or eyes. He's got white fangs, and I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. Venom was always one of my favorite characters behind Carnage. And when I was a kid, I learned how to draw Spider-Man, and then I learned how to draw Venom. So I drew a lot of Venoms when I was a kid, just because it was easy to draw, because it was black and white character. Didn't have to draw with colors, and it would look badass. Another cool trailer that came out, which I thought was pretty funny, and I'm looking forward to this film, Deadpool 2, where they showed Cable in the beginning of the trailer with the green arm because the special effects hadn't been completed. I thought that was a funny gag. And then Deadpool, to kill time, starts playing with the action figures and acting out what the trailer was going to show, and then I guess they finish the special effects and go back to it. It looks like a good movie. I like the first one. I enjoyed all the characters in the first one, and I'm glad a lot of them are coming back. It looked like Supersonic Mega Teenage Warhead or whatever is that what her name really is? I don't know. I'm not going to worry about looking it up. She's going to be back in it. The Indian cab driver is going to be back in it. The old lady that Deadpool lives with is going to be back in it. The girlfriend's going to be back. It looks like it's going to be a good. I didn't see T.J. Miller now that I think about it. Maybe he was in there. But anyways, let's see. We got the Superbowl trailer to the Westworld. That one came out. That was really awesome. We got a release date finally. It's April 22nd of this year, which I'm excited for. I'm going to definitely be doing a lot of talking about Westworld when it comes out, because that's an awesome show. So these Monday shows are always up in the air. I don't really know what I'm going to do for the shows, especially when I do them every week, like how I'm going to be going back to. Last month was kind of crazy. Things are going to pick up back to normal pace again. So it'll kind of help out a little bit when that comes out. I'll be able to talk about Westworld. Of course, Walking Dead is coming back. I haven't seen a trailer for that, but I can't wait to watch another half a season of Walking Dead. Hopefully they'll do something awesome this time, and I won't have to just sit there and hate it. So, let's see, Solo, the Star Wars story, that looks pretty good. It looks like a really fun Star Wars movie. Most Star Wars that have been coming out, they're so heavy with the story. This looks just like fun. It looks like it's going to be fun. Young Han Solo, of course. Daenerys Targaryen, obviously, is in it. And looks like it's going to be a great movie. The Avengers Infinity War Superbowl spot, I did not see that. Ant-Man and Wasp, I saw that. That looks good. It looks like a good trailer. Looks like a good movie. I didn't see Ant-Man just because I don't really like the Disney Marvel movies. I haven't really seen any of them. I think I saw the last of Avengers movie, but I don't watch any of the other the Captain Americas, the Thors, the Hulk, Ant-Man, any of those things. I don't really like those ones. They're just really kiddie to me. I don't know. I don't really like them. I don't really like a lot of big budget Hollywood films like that. I don't know. But Jurassic World. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. That trailer came out as well over the break while I was sick. Jurassic. Why would these people be going back to this island? You know that they would just. I obviously they have to go back to the island. But if you had already been on that island, would you ever fucking go back? Are you kidding me with loose dinosaurs? How many times they almost fucking died? PTSD is real, people. Ready Player One. That movie is confusing as fuck looking. I don't understand what the movie's about. Ready Player One. What is it about? Something about VR? Something? But why is every, it doesn't really explain why, the DeLorean's in it, and RoboCop, and, T-Rex from Jurassic Park. I don't understand why all that shit's in there. Anyways, I guess that's basically all the trailers that I want to talk about. Black Mirror. I don't want to talk about Black Mirror anymore. I've already talked about Black Mirror. You guys have seen Black Mirror. Another show that I watched though on Netflix is End of the Fucking World, or End of the Effing World. It looks like a British show. It's a dark comedy. I thought it was really funny. The episodes are really short. They're like 20 minutes. There's 8 episodes, and you can binge them out in under 3 hours. And it's a good movie. It's a good movie if you watch it that way. It's a good show. I enjoyed it. It's kind of got a really dark fucking premise. It's a your classic boy meets girl kind of story, except the girl is fucking crazy and the boy literally wants to kill the girl. Just like he thinks he's a psychopath, so he wants to kill somebody. So he chooses this girl, but he's like all weird and stuff. But it's a really good movie. I keep saying movie. It's a good show. See, because I sat down and I watched the whole thing. I binged the entire thing, and it kept my attention, and I had little breaks in between episodes. It was fantastic. I really like the way Netflix does things like that. I mean, sometimes they stagger episodes, like I know they do that with the David Letterman show, the new one. My next guest needs no introduction, but like they did with the End of the Effing World, it was fantastic just to sit down and be able to watch 3 hours of good content. I've heard talks of there being a sequel to that show. I don't know if I would be interested in a sequel in that. I thought the first one ended on such a great note. I know it's kind of like a cliffhanger ending, but I think it's perfect for the story. And I don't know. I think that they have a really big opportunity to fuck it up if they continue with a sequel. You ever see a show and you're like, if they do a season 2 of this, it's really just going to screw it up? Or a movie, like they don't need a sequel to this movie. But you know how studios are. They are very greedy, and they will definitely want your money for a second shot at that. That's why we're getting Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the next 5 years or something like that. I don't know. I'm interested in that. There's going to be an Avatar explosion over the next couple of years. I'm going to look this up. Let's look up Avatar 2. 2020. Jeez. It's pushed back to 2020. So we're not going to see that for a while. So looks like Avatar 3 is supposed to come out the next year, 2021. Avatar 4, 2022. Let's see about 5. Is there a 5? Okay, that says 2025. Wow. I mean, how did they, I just don't understand why they would make a movie back in 2008, was it? 2009? Why they would make a movie in 2009 and then wait 11 years to make the next one? I mean, I'm sure that's going to make a lot of money. The last one was the most expensive, or the 6th fastest grossing film worldwide by days to milestone, 19 days. That's a Wikipedia fact right there. So what is it? $1 billion? 19 days took them to reach $1 billion in gross. The films that have done it since then and faster, either at the same speed or faster. Okay, so Avatar took 19 days to reach $1 billion. That was in 2010. So January 2010 was when it reached $1 billion. Let's see. So the other ones that took 19 days were Marvel's The Avengers in 2012. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 in 2011. Star Wars The Last Jedi in 2017. The Fate and the Furious in 2017. Furious 7 in 2015. Oh, no, wait. Furious 7 took 17 days to make it to $1 billion. At number 3. And at number 2, in 2015, took 13 days to get $1,065,400,000. Jurassic World. And the number one fastest grossing film to $1 billion. $1,086,058,914 on December 27th, 2015. Star Wars The Force Awakens. It was the return of Star Wars. I mean, the hype was huge. It wasn't that big on this last one, I don't think, right? I don't know. Jurassic Park. Oh, look at that. Well, guess how long it took Jurassic Park to get to $1 billion of gross. Oh, just 7,379 days. Yeah, it crossed the $1 billion mark in August of 2013. That's a ridiculous stat. Like, oh, because it came back out and was in 3D in 2013. Let's take a look at that. Where's that at? Jurassic Park 3D from Box Office Mojo. So this is giving us the domestic gross, the total gross, the lifetime gross. Only domestic, though. Okay, I see. It's not giving me international. Let's see. So yeah, it was re-released in April of 2013 under Jurassic Park 3D. Would you go see that? I would not go see that if you gave me free tickets. Why am I going to watch a movie that was never meant to be in 3D in 3D? All right. Well, that's going to be it for tonight, I guess. Tomorrow, we are going to do some What's Trending Tuesday, and that's always a great, episode because I don't watch what's going on. I'm always surprised by everything. I learn something new every Tuesday. I mean, I learn something new every day, but I learn a lot of new things every Tuesday, especially with what's going on with our country, what's going on in pop culture, and what's going on in the news. Some crazy shit going on every week. Anyways, tune in to tomorrow. Go to JerradShow.com to listen to all the episodes of The Jerrad Show. And maybe check out the Facebook, facebook.com/Jerrad Show. Follow me on Twitter, @Jerrad Show. Just go to JerradShow.com. All the links are up in the top. And coming soon to The Jerrad Show, a nice little link to make things easier to visit our sponsor, Fresh Light Prints. Go there. Go to etsy.com/shop/freshlightprint to pick up one of those hilarious gift cards. It's Valentine's Day this week. I think it's a little 3 to 5 days. I don't think it might not be there in time. So with Mother's Day is coming up, you're definitely going to want one of these hilarious cards because Mom likes a nice card. So Fresh Light Prints, thanks a lot for sponsoring the show. Go to JerradShow.com. Thanks for listening to the show. I'm out of here. See ya.